Hello everybody, welcome to the week 9 grammar video. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Alright, let's do a little bit of a rewind on the story. Week 7, 2 weeks ago, Jimmy ran past Tina's house towards the river. That's what happened back then. Last week, Clark saw someone familiar outside his house. Who is Clark? I don't know. We're gonna find out though. But let's review this before we get into what happens next in the story. Let's talk about level 1. Parts of speech. Clark, that is a noun. He's a person. Saw, that is an action verb. Someone, that's a little tricky. That is actually a pronoun because it's referring to someone else. Us, them, he, she, it. Those are all pronouns. Those are words that refer to other words. That's what a pronoun does. Familiar, that one's a little tricky too, but that's actually an adjective, because that is describing the pronoun someone. And it's easy to forget this, but adjectives can actually describe both pronouns and nouns. So keep that in mind. Outside, that's showing us location, therefore must be a preposition. His, I think I gave you that. That's an adjective describing the noun house. That's level 1. Let's go ahead and get level 2, parts of sentence in. Clark, he's a subject because he's the one doing the verb, and the verb is always the predicate. We have an action verb, so there's a chance that there's a direct object. What did Clark see? Someone. That's the DO. And we have a preposition, which means there must be an OP. Find the preposition and ask who, what, or where. So Clark saw someone familiar outside where? Outside his house. The answer to that is the OP. There you go. For the phrases, there's only one single phrase, and it's a very familiar type of phrase. Starts with a prep, ends with OP. It is the prepositional phrase. You just connect whatever is in the middle, and then you got it. That is week 8. Again, let's do a little bit of a rewind on the story. Jimmy ran past Tina's house towards the river. Clark saw someone familiar outside his house. Anxiously waiting, Tina stood by the river. That is week 9. There's going to be an end to this story. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to have the finale of Tina, Tim, and Jimmy. The word waiting is going to give you some issues. And because I'm feeling so fresh, so clean on my new desk setup, I went ahead and gave you some answers, some clues. Stood, that is an adjective. And you know what? Just because I want to, just because y'all are so cool. River, that's a noun. I'm going to give that to you right there. Anxiously waiting, that's a phrase. That is a phrase. I'm not going to tell you what kind, but think of what is contained in those parentheses and take a look at your notes and see what kind of phrase that might be. I'll also give another hint. There's one more phrase somewhere in this sentence, so a total of 2. That is your sentence for the week. Make sure you watch the assignment video in case you haven't. All of this is due next Monday. I will see y'all next week.